Good morning. Welcome to more of the live series, my leadership inspirational videos every day. I hope you've been following along, and I seriously hope you have taken a notebook and done some journaling all along the way over these past 5 days. I've really wanted you to dig a little bit more into who you are as a leader, what makes you a leader, how are you leading, all of these really good questions that sometimes we don't have time to ponder while we're busy leading and trying to direct people and make decisions. So this is a perfect time to be doing all of this. And so I really hope you're taking this seriously. What I do in my coaching practice is a lot of this deep dive work, but we go a little bit deeper and then we have some good one-on-one discussions and we talk about new ways of looking at things. So today I thought it would be really helpful. Something that I've just talked about recently is how are you leading, and that includes your teams. And everybody's remote right now for the most part. So all of a sudden you're not seeing your people, you're not in the same room, you're not sitting around a conference room, you're not having a one-on-one in your office with the person sitting across from you. So what are you doing as a leader right now to manage your remote teams, your virtual teams? Those businesses that are used to having people that live all around the country or perhaps around the world are used to this whole concept of having conference calls and having Zoom meetings, video conferencing, that type of thing. So now though, there's a lot of that happening and you've never had to do that before. And you've had a week or two to probably stumble and fiddle with the technology and figure it all out. But I'm curious to find out what is working for you. What are still your challenges around running virtual teams? The hard part is, if you're someone who micromanages, which is not something I recommend, but if you are someone that's doing that, it's really hard right now to try to do that. So the balance is you've got to find a way to lead your people and do it in a way that's effective, that's productive, where they feel supported, where you're connecting in with them. And what I'm seeing a lot of lately is there's a lot of emotions still flying around the pandemic. We're now going into the fourth week for a lot of people of staying at home and not going out to meetings and networking. And so the challenge is still there. For example, I am part of a group and we have been having daily training and networking meetings, and there's a lot of people that haven't been showing up. Well, I'm not sure where they are. I mean, these are things that you would typically be going to meetings, you would typically be engaged in some of these trainings or networking sessions, and for some reason, I don't know where they are. So it just kind of gets you thinking, it's easy when you get home, and especially now people have been fighting all these other projects to do, or you might be homeschooling your kids or helping your kids get through their online learning. So the balance has been thrown off. You used to do this and now you have to do this. And so it turns into a whole nother ball of challenges for people. So running a virtual team is still important. Recommendations. I really think it's important to still reach out to all of your people. Continue to have one-on-ones. If you weren't having many before, now's a great time. And the one-on-ones really should include some check-in. How are you doing? How are you feeling? What emotions are coming up? What do you feel you need right now? Let's look at your path for the week. What are you going to work on this week? Here's what needs to be done, etc. There's a lot of businesses that have kind of folded or laid off a lot of people. I read an interesting story in a local paper of a lot of retail businesses that have had to close. And this one kind of hit me oddly, but there was a florist shop that said they literally threw away $7,000 worth of flowers. And my first thought was, oh my gosh, why would you do that? There's got to be places that would have really appreciated those flowers. So instead of just reacting, and again, I don't know the whole story, so I'm just kind of thinking what might have happened. They reacted, they were told to have no orders, they have to close their doors, throw the flowers away. My thought is, oh my gosh, there's so many people that could have been excited to receive flowers. And we're doing takeout meals and they're doing curbside service. A lot of these restaurants are literally like leaving it on the curb and you come up and pick it up. Why could you not have done that with flowers? And so also I'm bringing this up, again, I don't know the whole story, so I'm not trying to be critical, but in my brain, the thing that came out was, how could we have done something differently here? what's another way that they could have used all of this product that they had in a way that would just at least brighten people's day? And that's what I'm talking about with your remote teams. Don't just throw them out to the curb like, okay, you guys figure it out on your own. Now is not the time to do that. As a leader, think about ways to be creative. And so maybe projects they were working on don't make sense at the moment. What innovative things can you come up with? These are great things to work with your team on now, because you never know what might come out of this and what might be a benefit even for later on. So you've got to just really be thinking about what's the best thing to do here. So I'm going to leave you with that. Remote teams, think about it and figure out ways that you can still reach out to your people and understand what they're going through, but think about creativity and innovation, and I will bring that topic up again. But now is the time to figure out how to keep your business strong, and it may look differently than you had pictured before, and that's okay. Go out and make it a great day. Stay safe and healthy. Stay home, and I will see you tomorrow.